Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since we filmed because we've been extremely busy. We got a lot going on, a lot of projects going on, so haven't had any time. But we are back out here on the massive custom home going into Temecula wine country. We have a lot going on out here today. Our roofers are here loading this foam up on the roof. I'm going to cover that foam in just a moment. And then Rob Jor from Jor's Welding and Metal is here, and they're putting up the rest of the steel beams. So let's go over and check out what's going on. Before we do that, if you could give me a thumbs up on the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Go down and hit the subscribe button to follow us along on all of our projects. Now let's go over and find out what's happening. Well, you can see my roofers here today. They are loading these giant bundles of foam up on the roof. If you've watched my previous videos, I covered the roofing on this thing. We have flat roofs going up there, and we have a bunch of troughs that have to get, we have about 26 roof drains that have to go up there. This foam is custom made, okay? So it has an angle built into it, and it goes together kind of like a puzzle or like Legos, right? They will stack it, and it's cut from thick to real thin. And that's how we're going to get our runoff for our water. And then going over that, we have our roofing membrane, which is a PVC material. And I'll cover that when we get to it. But you can see right here, take a look at this foam. You can see this piece right here on top. See how it's real thick on this end right here, and then it goes down, probably is cut about an inch thinner. It will go all the way down. You can see right here, this gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's what these huge bundles are, okay? This is really dense foam. Okay, really super strong. You could stand on it and it wouldn't even put a dent in it. So that's what these guys are doing right now. They were here the other day and they loaded all their rolls of roofing material up there. But before they do that, they have to adhere this foam to the roof, okay? And then we'll get all of our slope, and then we will put all of our roof drains in, which will be right to the low point of this foam. And then over here, you can see we've got Rob Jor is here from Jor's Welding and Metal. These guys are finishing up putting these steel beams up. You can see right here, they got this one up in the air. You can see on the back, he welded all the Nelson studs on it. I pointed out the Nelson studs before. He's cut the 45-degree angle on the end, okay? And he's mounting all these. You can see he's already done that one right over there. Everywhere where you see this tie-back paper, right? That's up against our 4x6 membrane. So they went ahead and pre-drilled holes in there and welded these Nelson studs right where they need to go. And now what they're going to do is they're going to place this on the front of there. Those Nelson studs will go all the way through, and then they will bolt it, put washers and bolts on the back side. So that's what's happening with these guys out here today. We'll go down here and check out these. See right here, everywhere where you see this paper, there's going to be steel beams. They got this one on the front right here. These are going to be painted a really dark smoke gray, or maybe even a flat black. But you can see right here where he cut this one to meet the other one. And then on the back side, you can see the Nelson studs right up there. See, he's got the washer and the bolts on the back. Okay, and there's going to be a trough system behind there for our water, and our water will come down right here in the corner. And we'll have a big chain that comes down into a catch basin down here on the ground. So those are called drain chains. Go over here and check this out. See, he's got this one up right here. Looking really good. This is massive steel. He's got this end one up right here. He still has a return piece to put on there. You see, he's really good at what he does. This guy's a master at his art. He cuts those on a 45 and he'll weld on a return piece. see he's already done this one over here. You know, he's just got to weld it up. Okay. See how he did a return piece right here on the back side? Excellent job. You can see the Nelson studs up there coming through the lumber. But yeah, this thing's turning out really nice. You know, this is massive material. You know, the weight, these things are huge. These 60 something feet long. Very heavy. You know, there's massive steel going in this project. We also have our fire sprinkler guys here. They're inside installing all the fire sprinklers right now. So as I mentioned before, when it comes to scheduling, right? We had our rough-in plumbing, our rough-in electrical, our rough-in heating and air. And then the last people to come in and do the rough-in is our fire sprinklers. And they're in there doing that right now. So we're getting a lot done out here. We've almost finished up running all the low voltage wiring inside. We've run about 8,500 feet of Cat 6 wiring, and now we are pulling all of our alarm wiring, and then we'll be done with that. So as soon as these guys are done loading this, we're going to call for our shear nailing inspection. That's coming up next. This is our shear panel right here, this plywood you see on here. So we have to call for shear nailing inspection. Okay, let's go inside and find out what's happening with the fire sprinklers. Okay, you can see he's here right now. He's cutting his CPVC pipe up here. I told you before in a previous video, that stands for chlorinated polyvinyl chloride. You know, you have to use that for fire sprinklers. It's different than your PVC that you run out in your lawn. He's installing that right now. You can see it up above here. Right, there's a CPVC. It sits on brackets, right? Has to stand up 2 3/4 off of the lumber. Okay. And then the sprinklers cannot hang down more than 4 1/4. So those guys are installing all that right now. Let's go out in the garage and check it out. Here's all of our low voltage wiring. As I said, we've run all the Cat 6. We have about 8,500 feet of Cat 6 wiring run. And now we're running this small 22 gauge alarm wiring right here. Got our panels all wired in, right? It's all roughed in. Okay, here's our grounding bar here. Got the grounds hooked up. Looking good. Okay, you can see they got the sprinklers run out here. Sit there in the garage. Over there is going to be our fire riser. There's a panel that goes on there. And also you can see laying here, if you wanted to know what $250,000 in windows look like, well, there you go. That's what it looks like. Okay. Massive doors, massive windows. These are going to be installed next week. But this is made by Sierra Pacific. John Baranek is our salesman through Sierra Pacific. You know, we deal with him directly. He orders all of our windows for us. You know, he makes sure everything is correct, right? As I mentioned in a previous video, collaboration, coordination, communication, all that stuff, super important, especially when it comes to these windows, because it took about 8 or 9 guys to lift these off the truck, 2 semi-truck loads. Those over there took 9 people to lift. Super heavy, extremely custom, very energy efficient. So that's it. That's what's happening out here today. We're getting a lot done, you know. You see right here, Riley from Ray's Heating and Air Conditioning, he has all of his line sets run out to the back over there. I'll go over there and cover that right now. Just walk through and check it out. And very difficult for Riley to run these line sets. You can see the copper line sets wrapped up there with the insulating foam, right? And those things run all the way through the house. Okay, they go all the way down. They come down this hallway. You can see it up above right here. His line sets curved, go all the way through here. Then they go up through that chase and they hit that mechanical room that's up on the roof of the house. So let's go outside and check out where these are going. Okay, let's go down here. You can see there's our other mechanical room that's hooked onto the house up above. So he has all his ducting run through. You can see it running through the house, runs into here. And he has all of his units inside there in the mechanical room. And then right here's where he ran his line sets out the back. So we have 3 air-conditioned condensers going here. These things are quite large, very, very ultra quiet. Okay, right there's where our fire riser is going to go. There's our main water feed. Right, if you saw a previous video, we ran that up right there. But yeah, everything's turning along really nice out here. Coming along good. So let's go around here. I'll show you where the other heating and air conditioned systems are going. Quite hot out here today. It's been over 100 degrees. Very exhausting. Steel looks really good. Okay, you see up above there where the roofer is? That's our other mechanical room. That's where Riley had to run those line sets from. So he's run those things about 200 feet. That's it. That's what's happening out here today. Sorry it's taken me so long to make some more videos, but you know, I don't have anybody else to film, and it's been very difficult when we're trying to get these jobs done. Okay, so that's it. That's what's happening out here today. My name is Paul. I own and operate TCI Development. I appreciate you guys following along. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join the channel. Don't forget to follow us on all of our other projects. Go over and follow us on our Instagram page at TCI Development. Hopefully, you can learn something by watching our projects that'll help you with your project. You guys have an awesome day.